Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Scott Waller. I'm the CEO and co-founder of NB-IoT here in Seattle, Washington. We're one of the integration partners for the Things Industries here in the United States. And I know we're running a little behind today, but this is the 14-hour mark. I'll be with you for the next couple hours as the host of this session. But let's get right to it. We have Pedro Pachuca. He's a marketing director of wireless and sensing products at Semtech. 2 decades of successful experience in the semiconductor market, and he's driven by developing product solutions and technologies that can help customers solve these problems. So let's get right into it. Pedro, go ahead and present.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, thanks everybody for joining this great event. So I'm going to start sharing my presentation here. Okay, good. So again, thanks everybody for joining, and thanks for TTN to giving us the opportunity to present these products. So the topic for today is the LoRa Edge LR1110. So this product basically is designed in order to support affordable and simplify geolocation asset management solutions. So for today, I'm going to introduce you to two new products in the Semtech portfolio. One is the single chip geolocation solution LR1110, and the second one is the geolocation cloud services. So between those two devices, basically we provide a device to cloud system solution that enables customers to develop a simplified and affordable asset management geolocation solutions. So exactly what is the problem that we are trying to solve here? So, at Semtech, we have identified that the geolocation asset management solutions have a big potential in the IoT market. However, there are still some technical and market challenges that prevent to untap the potential of this market. But a little bit more specific about the applications that we are talking about here. In the asset management, people is using these solutions in order to locate assets, which is kind of the most traditional application, using a tracker in order to identify where your asset is in a specific location. But also customers use asset management solutions for asset traceability. They want to know where an asset is moving from one location to another. Some people, they would like to do geofencing, for example, in the smart agriculture, customers put this geofencing in order to manage the cattle. So they want to know when the cattle is moving from one location to another. So the other one is asset recovery. For example, in hospitals, they use these asset management solutions in order to identify or to see where a respiratory system or pump is in the specific part of the building. The last one here, the other use case that we see is for asset loss and theft prevention. So here, basically, this is more remarkable in the retail market, where customers implement these asset management solutions in order to prevent the theft, the asset loss, or do the theft prevention. So those are kind of the use cases that customers, have for the asset management solutions. So now, there are some market challenges. We feel that everyone will benefit for having these asset management solutions, but unfortunately today there are some significant market challenges that are preventing, for this market to provide the whole potential. So some of the challenges that we hear over and over from customers is, for example, when they are trying to develop the most conventional, most traditional asset management solution, which is a tracker, usually they have to use conventional technologies such as GPS, Wi-Fi. They have also to have a low power, network. So having these from multiple vendors increases the cost and the complexity. The other significant challenge that we see is related to the power consumption. These typical asset management solutions, going back to the tracker, just as an example, they are battery operated because they go, into things that they move. So they have to be battery operated. So the problem using the traditional GPS technologies or the full-blown Wi-Fi technologies is that they are extremely power hungry. Specifically, this is in the design. For example, on the GPS has to get the signals from satellites, but also they have to compute the location inside the device. So this takes a tremendous amount of power, and this will drain the batteries pretty easily. The other challenge or concern that we hear from the market quite often is that the existing solutions, they are not very secure. So basically, if the customer wants to implement a high level of security, they have to implement secure elements, external secure elements. So basically, this brings the complexity of the design, but what is more important, this brings additional power consumption. And the other one is that when the customers are trying to do geolocation services for indoor and outdoor, having one tracker that can combine these two technologies of GPS and Wi-Fi becomes very, cost prohibitive. So cost is a fundamental issue that they see here. So these are kind of the market challenges that customers have. So at Semtech, we basically review these challenges with our customers, and we are very happy to announce this LoRa Edge and LoRa Cloud that altogether provide a geolocation system solution. So specifically what we have done is that in a monolithic design, in one single device, we have integrated a multi-constellation GNSS scanner. We are also integrating a Wi-Fi passive scanner, the LoRa low power transceiver, and we have integrated all that. Also, we have the integration of a crypto engine in this device, and we have architected from the ground up a device to cloud solution. So in this case, this LR1110 device is talking with a cloud in order to solve the location of the asset. And that's what makes this architecture unique. So basically, in one hand, the device is reading the signals from the satellites, is reading the signals from the, from the satellites or from the Wi-Fi access points. Is putting a navigation frame that is sent into the cloud, and the cloud basically is responsible to solve the location. So based on this unique architecture, now there is a better balance in terms of the power consumption, because the power-hungry computation now is done in the cloud. So the device basically can remain in low power while the cloud is making the computation. And then when the cloud has solved the location, it can send the location data either back to the device, or it can send the location data to another cloud platform or computer or tablet or phone, depending on the customer requirements. So if we take a deeper look into the device itself, basically this is what we offer. So we have the multi-purpose radio front end. So we support, in terms of the GPS, we support the GPS and the Baidu scanning. And in terms of the Wi-Fi, we put a radio front end for Wi-Fi passive scanning. Then we have the low power transceiver. So we support all the regions from Europe, US, China. So all the regions are supported, and we support the high power and the high efficiency power. And this is fully compatible with the LoRaWAN standard. So in addition, we also have a crypto engine. So with the crypto engine, basically there is no need for an external secure element. So basically in the crypto engine, we have a secure room where the customer can put the secure keys and they are never exposed. The way that the customer can use the secure keys has to go through the crypto engine. So doing that, we offer the highest level of security by never exposing the keys outside the secure room. And this device comes in a very small footprint, QFN 32 5x5. So we are expecting that customers can develop a small form factor, asset management solutions. Now, let's talk a little bit more on the solver. So we explained that in this solution, we have the Wi-Fi and the GNSS scanners. So let's take a deeper dive in the Wi-Fi passive scanning. So how that works. So basically in the LR1110, we have the analog front end that is capable to read the MAC addresses that are coming from the access points. So this device can read up to 32 MAC addresses. So when we read all the MAC addresses, basically the device has a small demodulator just to convert the signals into the official MAC addresses. And then we send those MAC addresses via LoRaWAN to the Semtech cloud. In the Semtech cloud, we have a database that basically calculates the position based on the MAC addresses. And as I explained before, in the cloud, now we can send that location in terms of the latitude and the altitude back into the device if that is required by the application, or we can send that location position to another cloud or to another, platform, a tablet, different platforms that basically that's part of the application server service that the customer wants to implement. Now, if we move into the GNSS, so for the GNSS, again, the LR1110 has the capability to see or read the signals from the satellites. So basically, it locks the signal that is coming from the satellites, and we prepare a navigation message that, again, we send that navigation message through the gateway, through the network server, and then application server, and that is acquired in the LoRa cloud. And the LoRa cloud basically solves the location. We have the solver there, and then sends the data again back to the device or sends that data to another platform. In order to reduce the power even more when we are using the GNSS, basically we implemented this mode that we call the assisted mode. So in the assisted mode, basically we send some assistant information to the LR1110 so we can lock the signal of the satellites, even faster. So in this case, we send data such as the initial positioning, the time, frequency error, and some almanac update that it is hosted in the LR1110 to enable to acquire or to lock the signal from the satellites, a little bit faster. Now, if we go a little bit deeper in terms of the LoRa Cloud, in the LoRa Cloud, today we offer multiple services. We offer Geolocation Services, that is the one providing the solver for the LR1110. We also offer device and application services, standard device and application services, and we offer device and gateway a joint server. Right now, we have the implementation only for the device joint server. So going a little bit deeper in terms of the geolocation. So for the geolocation services, we offer a GNSS solver, which is the one, responsible for the for all the GNSS. And then we have the Wi-Fi solver, which is the database for the Wi-Fi, but also we offer the traditional time of arrival solver. So those services are available in the LoRa Cloud, and today customers can go and can experience, how these solvers work. Now, if we want to see, how the whole system solution works, let's use this example of a tracker. So let's say in a tracker, we are using the LR1110 for the physical hardware, for the physical tracker. So we send the location data through the first thing is that we send a join request in order to join the network. Then we send the location data that is coming from the LR1110. We send that location data through the LoRaWAN gateway. Then we go through the LoRaWAN server. We have the application server. The location data reaches the LoRa cloud. And then in the LoRa cloud, again, depending if this navigation data is coming for the GNSS, we get the solver for the GNSS. If the location data goes through the for the Wi-Fi, we use the solver for the Wi-Fi. And then again, we can send that data back through the LoRaWAN infrastructure, again, application server, LoRaWAN, LoRa gateway, back to the device, or we can also send that data, depending on the application server, to another platform. We can send that again to a phone, to a tablet, or we can even explore to send this to another cloud system. So basically, with this technology, using the LR1110 and the LoRa Cloud, we can now offer a way for customers to develop a simplified tracker solution. So as I mentioned before, with the LR1110, we integrate the GNSS scanner and the Wi-Fi scanner. We also integrate the LoRa transceiver and the crypto engine. So with the crypto engine, we can provide end-to-end security to the system. In terms of the cloud, we use these easy-to-use APIs to abstract the complex configuration for the Wi-Fi, the GNSS scanner, the crypto engine, GPIO, memory access, modem, radio, and clocks configuration. And we also offer in Semtech the hardware design guide. So we offer a complete evaluation kit for customers to experience, to explore all the capabilities. And in terms of the cloud, we offer all the easy-to-use APIs for the customer to implement the Geolocation Services. We also offer an independent joint server and the device and application management services. So here almost, this is the last portion of this presentation. We have the LR1110 development kit. This is something that we have available for customers now. So we offer everything that is needed for the customer to experience the capabilities of this product. As I mentioned before, this is something that is available today. We also offer, samples if the customer would like to start the PCB development. Now we have samples in the market. In terms of the development kit, we offer 3 different flavors. We offer 1 flavor for the US, 1 flavor for Europe, and 1 for China. And this is related to the multiple frequencies that are allowed in each region from the ISM, frequency support. The kit, again, as I mentioned, has everything that is needed in order to support early development. And all documentation is in the Semtech website. Now, in terms of the documentation, right now in the semtech.com, you guys can find the datasheet. You guys can find the user guides, application notes for the evaluation kit, application notes for the geolocation demo, and also we provide some documentations related to the precision for the geolocation, the accuracy that we offer for the GNSS and also the Wi-Fi. So everything is fully documented and it is, open for people to review and now, immediately explore the capabilities of the product. So now let me make a quick summary of what we have reviewed. So basically, we saw that for these asset management applications, there are multiple challenges. We explained that for people to develop solutions today, they have to procure from multiple vendors, GPS, Wi-Fi. They have also to procure location databases. So this increases the cost and the complexity. So what we have done is that in the LoRa Edge, we have integrated the GNSS, the Wi-Fi, the cryptographic. So we dramatically reduce the total cost of ownership and we reduce the design complexity. The other significant challenge, again, is the power consumption. Using the conventional GPS, we had problems because the GPS has to calculate the location in the device itself. So computing the location is a power-intensive, power-hungry, type of task. So what we have done with the LoRa Edge and the LoRa Cloud, we have this device to cloud architecture where basically the location of the asset now is calculated in the cloud. Basically, that reduces dramatically the power consumption that is needed in the device itself. And in terms of the security, again, we provide the crypto engine, but in addition to that, we pre-provision the device with secure keys in the Semtech manufacturing flow. So customers can use the secure keys that are pre-provisioned in the device, and they don't have to implement expensive, secure runs and implement expensive secure policies in order to provide the security. So this is a major advantage in the LR1110, product offering. Again, we have a couple more in terms of the outdoor and indoor. Rather than designing two separate systems, now with the LR1110, we combine the two technologies, the GNSS and the Wi-Fi, so customers can develop under a single design, an indoor and outdoor. And, in the big picture, we see that customers benefit for geolocation services even beyond the asset management applications. For example, there are companies, just an example, a chemical company, that they don't call this properly as an asset management solution, but they are trying to solve the problem that they want to know when two chemicals are getting in close proximity. That can be cause undesirable reaction. So they need to implement these geolocation services in order to make sure that the chemicals have a healthy distance between each other. So the potential for this market is pretty large. So we are very happy here that now we have a solution that helps customers to overcome, the existing challenges, and we have the capability of the high security also to enable, higher level of security for LoRaWAN products. Okay, so let's go to take some questions if we have time.
Yeah, I think we've got a minute or two. There's some questions. I'll ask them really quick. So if you go off presentation mode there, Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much. You cram 30 minutes into 20 is not an easy task. So I think there's some questions on pricing and consumption of the cloud-based services. So whether it's the geolocation databases that run in your cloud, and I think there's two questions. One is, if a part of the dev kit is, do the developers have access to that? And then after the fact, since you guys are hosting the service in the cloud, is there costs associated with that, or is that included in the chipset price?
That's a pretty good question. So for the cloud, we have a separate cost structure for customers to get access to the cloud services. For development and trial, we offer free tiers. So for the development kit, we offer free tiers. They don't have to do any upfront investment. So they can go and get one of the free tiers. And we have different models. Everything is documented into the LoRa Cloud. So I invite people to visit LoRaCloud.com, really easy, LoRaCloud.com, in order to get access to all the information.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I think that was one of the questions: is where do they get it? It's not on the Semtech website. So LoRaCloud.com. I think the other one was, can those who want to do things locally, not in the cloud, can those geolocation type services be run on-prem and not in the cloud for private instances? Maybe it's for regulatory instances, but is it able to be decoupled, or is it just in the cloud?
No, actually, we offer our cloud services, but also we are open to discuss to have on-premise instances of the cloud. So we want to also enable that business case.
Okay. So they posted a link up there. Thanks, guys. I think the last one is there plans on the dev kit for Australian and like AS923 frequency bands? Are you guys working on certification for that?
So right now we have the certification for the US on the 915. So from a development perspective, we encourage customers to use that one. We have no plans for a specific, brackets of the frequency, segmentations, but we believe that using the US, they can go ahead and do all the development for the different countries.
Okay. And then I think the last question was really on where do you get the dev kit? Is that on LoRaCloud.com or do you order off a DigiKey? What's the process for getting a dev kit?
So right now we are in the early stages, is providing the development kit. So my recommendation is contact yourselves, Semtech people for the early release. We are expecting that pretty soon to have all the evaluation kits in the distribution channel.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you for hopping on and introducing us to this, and thanks for everyone for tuning in. It looked like we got about 200 folks that are there. So reach out to LoRaCloud.com or your local Semtech contact. Thank you, Pedro.
Thank you.
And